And we are live. Welcome to the Redbird Redzone. My name is Will. You can find me on Twitter at LiveOnThatSwing. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Kyrie091, and you can find me on Twitter at Kyrie091 or on YouTube at Kyrie091 or on Reddit also Kyrie091. That's capital K, lowercase I-A-I-R-I.
No, stop it. Stop it.
I spelled it wrong.
Lord.
They're going to go to the wrong place.
Rip. But anyway, today's going to be a twofer. We are going to cover, hopefully, both the Cardinals-Niners game and then the Cardinals-Chiefs game. So let's just get right down to it. First things first, Ding Dong, the Witch is fucking dead. Editor, play that fucking sweet music for me. Play Ding Dong, the Witch is dead. Sam Bradford just got cut. Everything's all right again.
It's funny because we're just now getting around to making this episode, and it feels like old news by now, but do you remember? Just, you know what, guys, listen. Take yourselves back in time, because we all remember where we were when our phones buzzed with the heavenly news that Sam Bradford had been cut. I actually literally do remember. I was at work, and my freaking I have text messages that come in from 620, and my phone buzzed, and I pulled it out, and it's like, Sam Bradford released by the Cardinals, and I'm like, wait a second, what? I had to read it twice, and yes, I think it for another. Am I allowed to request the music too? Can I ask for the music, or is that only something?
Go for it.
Play that funky music, white boy. Is he white? I don't know.
Yeah, he's hella white. Yeah.
Play that funky music, hella white boy. All right.
But yeah, national holiday. It's been declared by Roger Goodell. He's the president now.
Of the world.
Yeah. But anyway, we also re-signed Kendall Wright for some reason. Don't know why. I mean, are we going to use him? Who knows? He's Kendall Wright. We'll never know.
Time time, baby.
Time time. Yeah, that's the move that's going to get us to 9-7 on the season.
It is.
Oh my lord! I still have my Twitter name as like Derek Bortles 10-6 season. I need to change that. I don't know what.
Why? We're currently 2-6, aren't we? Or are we 2-7?
We dropped one.
So you need to change it to 9-7. Okay, I see.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's get down to the Niners game. Let's see. First quarter, one of their drives ended with a Marcus Golden and a Chandler Jones sack, but we couldn't get anything done. Niners then their drive went past midfield, but a sack and a 3-and-out forced them to punt. 4 minutes left. We got sacked in the end zone for a safety. 2-0 Niners. DJ and Edmonds got some steam as the quarter ends. 2-0 Niners as the first quarter ends. So it's looking more like a baseball game than a football game at this point. Second quarter, Chandler Jones first down. DJ caught it and ran for a 15-yard touchdown. First down. Drive sadly stalls and we get a field goal. 3-2 Cardinals. Again, baseball game. 6 minutes left in the third. We got a third down. Rosen got picked. They brought it back to the 11-yard line. Kimdichie tipped and also almost picked off Beat Hard, but was incomplete. Niners got a field goal, 5-3 Niners, still a baseball game. DJ got a good catch and run for a first. Then Kirk got a screen pass on the 3rd and 12, and then he picked up a first. DJ had another screen for a first, but on 3rd and 11, DJ is sacked out of field goal range. 5-3 Niners. I'm just zooming past this. I don't really care.
You know what? The last one, though, the 5-3 Niners, you've been commenting on the scores, and I want to do one. I want to say this is AYSO score.
Okay.
That's an AYSO score if ever I've seen one. 5-3, that's the kind of shit that your 9-year-old gets in a soccer game. Come on, Cardinal. You're better than that. By the way, I do think it's neat how this quarterback's name really is Beat Hard. Like
they say it's Bethard, but like I don't believe it.
It's Beat Hard. It's
Beat Hard.
It's fucking Beat Hard. That's so cool. Okay, go on.
My God.
You're at halftime. Bruce Springsteen plays the halftime show. Third quarter kicks off. What happens?
Nothing really happened for the first half of the quarter until Goodwin caught a 5-yard pass and somehow beat Peterson for a 55-yard touchdown. 12-3 Niners. Their running backs and Kittle abuse us for the rest of the quarter. Fourth quarter, Niners end a drive with 13 minutes left with a field goal. 15-3 Niners. It's looking like another L for us, the fucking Niners. Rosen hit Gresham for a first, then climbed the pocket and bombed it. Climbs the pocket. I don't know what that means, but okay. Then bombs it to
Fitz, dude.
Bombs to fit. Yeah, I was talking about climbs the pocket. Yeah,
How do you climb the pocket? I don't know, but definitely the bomb to Fitz. I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember. Dude, I was on my feet for that one.
That was fucking beautiful, man. Bombed it to Fitz for 40 yards. Then with 11:11 left in the fourth quarter, time to make a wish. 11 caught it for a touchdown to make it 15-10. Don't you just miss Larry touchdowns? Like, where was that, man? I missed that.
Oh boy, you know what? I wish we could play the Niners every week so that we'd get to see more of them.
Oh fuck, man, that's oof. During the Niners drive. Patrick declines a deep ball on 1st and 10, and then Beathard throws an incomplete pass on 3rd and 12 for a 3-and-out. DJ got a nice run the next drive, and Gresham got a first down, but he fumbled it, and the Niners got it back. And I fucking hated Gresham for that play.
I was pretty upset about that one too.
Yeah. Buda Baker came back for a half sack, finished it by Gunter, which was finished by Gunter on 3rd and 5 with 2:30 left. Fitz got a first down. His first down again.
Woo!
Kirk made it within the 25. Rosen to Ricky for 13 yards. And on 3rd and 2, Chad converted it for 7 yards. 3rd and goal, 39 seconds left. Hall of Fame induction speech. Rosen to Kirk for the game-winning touchdown. And Larry got a 2-point conversion and spiked the ball for the first time in his
career, dude.
Just because he was butthurt his son didn't come to the 2-7 Cardinals game.
I remember that. He was all pissy about it because his son decided to go to the fair. That's what it was.
It's like I get it. He's your son. You expect him to be there for you, this kind of thing. But it's like, you guys are 2-6, man. This guy's 10. He's like,
you know what? Furthermore, dude, it's like, for me to go to a Cardinals game is a pretty big fucking deal because I never get to go to them because I'm poor. But like, when your dad is Larry Fitzgerald, you've been to a Cardinals game before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't like you ain't been to one. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's like I've got the choice of going to like the AZ State Fair or going to a Cardinals game for the 12th week in a row. It's like I know what.
If it's my only Cardinals game that season, then I'm going to the game. But if I've already been to like several games this year and I sort of wanted to hang out with my friends, you know what, dude? I'm with Larry Jr., man. Me and him are gonna go on the Tilt-A-Whirl. We're gonna throw up together.
Oh yeah.
You ever been on the Tilt-A-Whirl?
I think I've been on a Tilt-A-Whirl, yeah.
Oh god, it brings out the worst of my fucking digestive tract, bro. It's bad.
Oh Lord, yeah, I get you. Yeah. But after that, on a 2nd and 10 with 7 seconds left, Beathard, in a metaphor that can only describe the Niners season, had a ball that was thrown over his head. He picked it up and dropped a dime to the ground, and the Cardinals came back to win and subsequently gave up their only chance of getting the number 1 pick. 18-15 Cardinals.
Man, it's a good thing that we're in the same division as the 49ers because we get to play them twice this year.
I remember in 04, the year they got Alex Smith, they only won 2 games, and both of them were against us. If not for us playing them, they would have lost every game.
Well, I guess they're paying back the favor.
Yeah. But stat line, Rosen was 23 for 40, 252 passing yards, 12 rushing yards, 2-for-1, 2-1 touchdown interceptions. Larry Fitzgerald, I think this is his first 100-yard game of the season. 8 receptions, 102 yards, touchdown, and 2-point conversion. DJ had 16 rushing attempts, 59 rushing yards, 4 receptions, and 41 yards, which gave him a combined all-purpose total yards of 100 yards. Celebrate good times. Come on.
Celebrate good times.
Kirk, 3 receptions, 42 yards on the TD, and the defense had 4 sacks. Whew, we are done with that summary.
That was a chore. That honestly, that was laborious. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like for a game that we won, I really did not care to relive it, even though we won. You know what I mean? Like we won this game, and you're just like, can we just move on to the next one? It was a hard game to watch. Honestly, but quickly, I don't like to watch shitty football. Do you know what I mean? Like when both teams are just that's why I have such a hard time watching college ball, because it's so sloppy, because on any college team, you're lucky if there are 3 great players and 2 other good ones. Everyone is just not that good at their job, and you're just watching it thinking like, man, this is really not that great. What is this trash, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to watch awful football like that, like this game, this Niners Cardinals game was bad on both sides, except for a couple of cool moments. Like the Fitz stuff was obviously great.
Yeah. I saw like a bunch of Arizona media types saying this is the worst game of football they'd ever watched.
It was hard to watch. Realistically it was. It was for a game that we won. I don't know. It wasn't good.
Absolutely rough. Now let's talk about the Chiefs game. First things first. Interesting thing to note about this game, it was on CBS.
I know, dude. Like I put on Fox and like went about my day, and like I was doing other shit like in the kitchen, and I realized that I wasn't hearing football. I was hearing a commercial for H2O Concepts, which I ended up buying one, but still like that wasn't what I wanted to do that day. So then I changed it to CBS and caught it like in the middle of the first quarter, but let's get started.
I mean, I understand why they're doing it. It's like Arians and Trent Green were in the booth. I mean, that made the most sense to have.
That was cool as shit to hear Arians talking about the Cardinals. I actually really enjoyed that, because so many times, what is a common complaint with national commentators is just how little they know about your team. You know what I mean? Like, because why would they know anything about the Cardinals? They don't pay attention to the Cardinals. We're a nobody team. We're a nobody team going nobody places with a bunch of nobody fans like me and you. So obviously, it's not like the big name commentators, guys like Joe Buck or whatever, are really going to spend that much time learning what's up with the Cardinals and all the little trends with us. It's not that they're just going to go on there and phone it in for a couple hours until they can get onto a game that people actually care about. So it was cool to have Bruce Arians in there, because he actually does. He still knows this team. He still knows these players.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than the D-leaguers we get every week for our commentator. Like, there's always this one duo that always does our games, and it's always sad to hear it because they're always the worst people to do it. I don't remember who they are, but like I know they're terrible.
Charles Jones, the one who the year that we had the really good pass defense with Tyron and Patrick Peterson and like someone else, and he kept trying to get everyone to call him the Flock. Do you remember that? He kept being like this Cardinals secondary, or as I like to call them, the Flock. Like, and he said it like 4 times, and we're like, dude, quit trying to make Flock happen. No one's ever going to call our secondary.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. Yeah. But,
never going to happen, Charles Jones. Anyways, he was terrible, and we had him for a couple more games that year, and I'm glad we had Bruce Arians. So, anyways, on to the actual game now.
Yeah. Let's see. First things first, 3-play drive. Chiefs fucking throw a bomb downfield to Tyreek Hill for a 75-yard touchdown to open the game, and it already feels like we've lost. You know, you feel you got that aura. You know, it's going to be a 69-0 loss to the Chiefs in Arrowwood. Steve Wilkes immediately kills himself, and Steve Keim is out of a job. That kind of game. But no, we actually have an answer to that. We had a nice drive, 5 to 6 minutes. We had 3 third down conversions and a pass to DJ for a touchdown, which was actually a really good pass. I got to give credit to Rosen on that. It was a really good pass. Yeah. Very little coverage. He made that work. Let's see. We tried with an onside kick, but we just barely missed it, and Buddha went down for part of the game.
You know
Chandler
what?
Jones.
That onside kick was weird, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
I was very like, you know how usually like during the kickoff after a touchdown you kind of like get your phone and check Reddit or something. Like you're not 100% focused in the game because it's just a kickoff. It's going to be a touchback. You're not going to miss anything, so you kind of tune out for a second. Dude, I tuned out for a second, and then I got my Redditing. I was on Gone Wild. I was checking out some titties and whatnot, and it got interrupted by an announcer guy being like, and the Cardinals line up, and here's the kick, and it's an onside kick. And I'm like, oh my God, I got a suffocant boobs, and I had to freaking drop my phone and pay attention to the TV. So for that reason, I'm really upset with the Cardinals. I never, when you find like the perfect picture and you're like so excited, and then you can never find it again. That happened to me. So thanks Cardinals for ruining that.
I didn't need to hear that, but I guess that's ingrained in my memory forever now. Thank you, Kyrie, for that wonderful sexual education.
Next time, I will FaceTime you while I'm working on it.
I'm good.
We'll talk.
Good.
But what else happened in this game?
Chandler Jones sacked him on a 3rd and 13 to force a field goal, and the first quarter ended 10-7 Chiefs. Second quarter, Chandler Jones got another sack on a 3rd down to force another field goal, which made it 13-7 Chiefs. Chiefs' next drive ended on a 3rd and goal with another Tyreek Hill touchdown, who then mans the camera in his celebration.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That, dude. That was a weird moment, wasn't it?
Yeah. Our drive went past midfield, but Rosen had a pass that was tipped right before he threw, and it's called a fumble. We recovered out of field goal range and were unable to convert. Mahomes was sacked by Mayoa, and they couldn't convert after. Halftime, it's 20-7 Chiefs. Third quarter, Larry, DJ, and Kirk are used heavily, and DJ caps off the drive with a rushing touchdown. And on both of our scoring drives, and our only scoring drives, came on the first drives of each half. Interesting fact. AZ was the first team to score on the Chiefs in their opening drives of the game, and this is only time AZ was outscoring the opponent in the third quarter this year. Thanks for the notes.
That is a weird little fact. That's a weird little fact right there. I mean, it's one of those ones. It's one of those facts where you're just like, man, that is so irrelevant and does not matter, but it's so freaking interesting. Even though it has nothing to do with anything, you still hear it and you're just like, huh, how about that?
Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like, you'd think we would have done that against like some team, the Niners or the Seahawks or somebody, but no, we did it against the Chiefs, which is cool, I guess. 3rd and 14, Buddha had a blitz, recognized a screen, and tackled him. And does the classic kip up. I don't know what that means, editor, but okay.
Left side of your screen. That's hard to do.
He did that. David, he did that. That's called a kip, right? A kip off. And he did it with no hands.
Offense couldn't do anything. KC ball to end the quarter.
Now, at this point in the game, we're down. It's 2014 Chiefs. The Chiefs have the ball. And the fourth quarter, as you're about to tell everybody, it starts with a 3 and out, right? So at this point in the game, we're getting the ball back, and we're down by 6, and it's early in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking, holy shit, we're gonna do it. We are gonna beat probably the best team in the NFL. At least, everybody would agree they're at least top 5, and we're about to find a way to beat them. We just got the ball back. We're gonna go score and take the lead. But then what happens?
On the next drive, we got a 30-yard pass to DJ. But then, after that, Rosen was picked off on a screen on the very next play. A screen? How do you fuck up a screen pass?
There it is. Because we push them 3 and out, and we're excited. They're punting the ball back. We get the ball. We go for a freaking 30-yard bomb to DJ, and you're like, here we go. Here it comes, baby. Right here, right? It's about to happen. We're going to take the lead. And then Rosen somehow gets picked off on a damn screen pass on the very next play. And, of course, the Chiefs, being professionals, make the most of regaining the ball.
How does that even happen? How do you get picked off on a screen? Oh my god, this team is just so strange to me. I'll never understand it. I've got a terrible cold, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds funny. Let's see. Chiefs Capital.
You're sniffling a lot. You're doing a lot.
Yeah. I've got a cold or something. Chiefs
Hopefully your boy can take a couple of those out. But sorry, go on.
Chiefs capitalized of a shuffle pass to Ware on a 1st and goal for a touchdown. 2-point conversions, no good. I don't know why they went for 2 there. That's fucking cocky. Like if you're up by, I get it, you're up by 12, you want to make it a 14-point game, but like you're beating the Cardinals. You're not worried about a 14-point comeback this late in the game.
It's like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I don't know why they were doing that, but whatever. They did it.
Andy Reid is a cocky looking fucker, you know.
Yeah, I heard that I heard he got a pretty good contract extension from them, though. They offered him freaking $7 million plus 2 meatball sandwiches guaranteed.
Yeah, I remember reading a story off of one of Deadspin's Why Your Team Sucks articles, and it's like they were like every Friday he always comes to this one ribs place, and I always see him there, and he's always eating this huge ass thing of ribs, and it's the saddest thing ever. And it's like I found that so fucking funny, and that's like ingrained in my memory now. That's one of the few things I actually remember about Andy Reid. He is a smart motherfucker, but damn it, he is ugly.
Yeah, sure. You know what? You remember? Have you ever seen the picture of him in the punt, pass, and kick competition from when he was like 12? And he's like 3 times the size of everyone else there. It's like him and like a couple of 5-year-olds or something, and he's lined up to. I think he was kicking. It was said Andrew Reid or something like that. All right, go ahead.
Oh my god. After that, we drove down to their 35, but a penalty on a 2nd down and a sack on the repeated 2nd down. We had nothing going for us on 3rd down, and then Rosen got sacked again on a 4th and 28. We got the ball back, but it's the 4th quarter. We got picked off. Fucking game over. 26-0. 26-14 is our final. Rosen was 22 for 39, had 208 passing yards and 1 touchdown and 2 picks. Fitz had 6 receptions and beat out Terrell Owens for 2nd all-time in receiving yards.
Let's just get this straight. I love Larry Fitzgerald. I love him. Larry Fitzgerald is not going to get to the number 1 all-time. He's like halfway there.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice is
prolific. It's like Jerry Rice played with both Montana and Young in his career. That's the thing we got to get straight. He played with 2 of the greatest quarterbacks to have ever played the game. And Larry Fitzgerald has managed this many yards.
With a bunch of trash, dude, with Kurt Warner. And I'll give you this. Carson Palmer was good. Everybody likes to talk so much smack on Carson, but you know what? I enjoyed his time here. He played well. He was a good quarterback for his time here, but he was off the field a lot. With Ryan Lilly starting in his playoff game.
Oh my god, yeah. Fucking.
How'd Christian Kirk do this game?
2 receptions, 8 yards for a phenomenal Hall of Fame performance by Christian Kirk. Ricky Seals had 5 receptions for 51 yards. He's not going to the Hall of Fame. Fuck him.
Yeah, I have a question about Ricky Seals Jones. When we get excited about him, can we go or?
No,
because his name is Seals.
No, but no.
No, you don't understand.
DJ had a season.
That sound.
Shut up! Shut up! No, stop it. DJ had a season high in 21 rushing attempts, 90 receptions for 85 yards, 1 rushing TD for a game where I needed him to play shitty because he was his team. Fuck David Johnson.
Never bet against DJ. Dude, honestly, bright spots in this game are David Johnson, obviously, and the defense played really well. For all things considered, you got to give our Cardinals some credit here. We were playing possibly the best team in the NFL in the Kansas City Chiefs, and the fact that we were on our way to taking the lead in halfway through the fourth quarter when that ridiculously weird interception happened. But I mean, if you take back that 1 interception, we're on our way. We were cooking, and it was against the team that we had no business contending with, and we were doing okay. So if you're looking for some silver lining in a loss, honestly, y'all think I'm crazy for saying this, but it was so much more fun to watch this game that ended in a loss than to watch the last game, the Niners game, that ended with the win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I was at like a sports bar throughout the game where I couldn't see the TV most of the time. Like the closest TV to me had Bills Jets on, which is pathetic. It's Bills Jets. I asked them to change it, but they didn't. And I was like looking across the room. It's like here I'm like it's literally like the length of a football field away, and I'm seeing like I have to like squint my eyes a little to see the TV. It's that kind of thing. But anyway,
I'm sorry. Hey, I want to apologize on behalf of humanity that somebody made you watch Bills Jets for a moment. That wasn't appropriate.
Oh my god, that was terrible, man. That's a war crime. Hickory Tavern, you all are fucking crazy. Anyway, Pro Bowl voting is now open. All fans of the show, rate the Pro Bowl votes. You got to get Mike Glennon as the starting quarterback for the NFC. If you don't do it, you're all cops. Go on, do that now. But seriously, folks, let's talk about who we think should get in from Arizona. I'm saying Sam Bradford, Mike Glennon. Let's get them in as the quarterbacks. Boom.
Shut up.
But
Real talk. I could see Andy Lee. I can now y'all thinking, why would you even mention the punter? Because you know what? Here in Arizona, we know what a bad punter looks like, don't we, Drew Butler? Because we've had them on our team. That was me channeling Ron Wolfley, by the way. How'd I do?
Yeah.
We know what a bad punter looks like. Do we not?
We know what a bad punter looks. No, that's Patrick.
All right. So, my point is that a good punter makes all the difference in the world, and Andy Lee is a solid punter. So I would be just fine seeing him represent us on special teams.
I think it's either Andy Lee or Johnny Hecker again, honestly. I think it could go either way.
Sure.
It's probably going to be Hecker because he's on a higher profile team, but you know
absolutely. How it is. And when you deal with the Pro Bowl, it's a popularity contest.
Yeah. I mean, editor thinks Buddha's getting in, but I don't think so because I mean Harrison Smith's probably getting in after being sub last year. I think the Vikings fans are going to come at that with a vengeance.
I think you're probably right.
Chandler get in again. I said the last episode. I didn't know if he got in or not. He did apparently.
Here's a question, editor. Is Fitz a lock at this point for the Pro Bowl every year? Like, can you just assume that Fitz is going? Because I mean, I think on account of who he is, it's not even that he's had a terribly productive year because he really hasn't. I mean, he hasn't been awful, but he hasn't been like top of the league or nothing like that. Does he get into the Pro Bowl just because he's Larry fucking Fitzgerald?
I mean, I personally hope he does. I mean, I know he probably won't because of his year being absolutely terrible, but I think this should be his ride out in the sunset, you know? Should have a crazy game against a cornerback I've never heard of on the AFC and just absolutely dominate. That's what Larry Fitzgerald needs to have, honestly. I mean, I think Patrick Peterson might get in, but it's like, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be tight at the cornerback position for the NFC this year.
Yeah, I think our locks would be Chandler Jones is probably going. I'd like to see Andy Lee, but I'm not sure. And honestly, other than that, DJ, I don't know. DJ hasn't had a phenomenal season. This last game was good. This game against the Chiefs, maybe if that can carry him somewhere. But
I mean, there are so many people who's just fucking pissed at him for not carrying their fantasy teams. I don't think he's going to get anywhere near the top three.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think it's going to be Gurley. What's his face?
Ezekiel.
That's who it's going to be. Let's see. Gurley, Kamara. Let's see. Who's the third one? Give me a sec.
Ezekiel.
Gurley, Kamara. Yeah, probably Zeke. But yeah, so that's Pro Bowl. Should we get into our picks for the week?
Yeah, let's do it, baby. I'm going to run this one. So here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
We're kicking it off with a Thursday night game, which honestly may have already happened by the time you guys hear this, but either way. All right, so guys, remember, we're going to be looking into the future, and like Whitney Houston, I believe the children are the future. So I guess we're going to be using our crystal ball to look at football. So we're going to be looking at the children with our balls. We're going to look.
No. Just for reference, tonight is Wednesday, November 14th. Tomorrow, let's talk about tomorrow's game. Who's playing tomorrow night, Kyrie?
We got the Green Bay Packers heading over to Seattle to take on the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to go with Packers on this one.
I think, if Seattle can replicate what they had in the last game against the Rams, I think they got a solid shot in Seattle against the Packers.
All right, we got Cincinnati. Oh, this is going to be a fun little AFC North showdown. We got Cincinnati going to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
Andy Dalton's been struggling for the past few games. I mean, Flacco's not much better, but he's still better than Andy Dalton's been doing. I think the Ravens are a solid lock for this week. I'm with
you on that. Let's go with the Ravens. Next, we got the Cowboys heading to Hotlanta to take on the Falcons. I'm gonna pick the Cowboys on this one.
I mean, if the Falcons can drop one to the Browns, they can drop one to the Cowboys. So let's go Cowboys here.
All right. Next we got the Buccaneers heading up to New Jersey to take on the New York Giants. Tampa Bay at New York Giants.
I think let's see. I think that the Bucs pull one out here. I mean, it's like I think New York got lucky against the Niners this last week. I don't think the Bucs are that bad to lose to the Giants.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. I'll go with Tampa Bay on this one too. I'll agree with you on that one. The next game, little AFC East game here. This one actually might be kind of a fun game to watch, in my opinion. We got Steelers going to take on the Jags. Now, is that the London game? No, that's not the London game. Anytime I see Jags, I'm always like, is that London? Are they the London Jaguars now?
If it ain't 9 a.m., it ain't a London game.
Yeah, it ain't a London game. Okay, so this one is definitely not the London game. It's going to be in Jacksonville, Florida, and the Steelers are coming to town. Who's got it?
I think with Fournette being back, I think the Jags have a solid chance. But honestly, I think the Steelers I think they're just perpetually in motion. So I think the Steelers win.
I'll agree on that front too. All right, the Houston Oilers Texans. The Houston Texans are going to take on the Redskins in our nation's capital for football.
I thought you always called them the Washington racial slurs or whatever.
Racial slurs. And the Houston Texans are coming to visit the racial slurs to make fun of them. All right, what do you think?
I mean, I think the Texans are on a roll right now. I mean, like, their receiving core is honestly one of the best and most underlooked in the league right now. I think the Redskins' defense is not powerful enough to stop their receiving core, and I don't think they're powerful enough to stop DeAndre Watson. So I think the Texans have their easiest win of the season here against the Redskins.
All right. So next we have the game that nobody wants to see. The Titans are going to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. I think Johnny Ledesma is going to win this game.
Oh Lord. Yeah. It's Colts. Mariota's a bum ass quarterback. If the Colts don't win this, they're trash.
Isn't he? Isn't Mariota such trash? Like, do you remember everybody was all like Mariota, and you were like, nah. All right, I don't care who wins, but because we're doing the thing where we pick things, I'm going to disagree with you and say the Titans just to be the dick that says that. Panthers going to Detroit.
Wait, go back.
What?
Remember when everybody was like, "Oh, dude, I wonder if in a few years who's going to be the better quarterback, Jameis Winston or Marcus Mariota?" And neither of them have been good enough to say who's the better quarterback.
Everyone loses. It doesn't matter who you pick, you lost.
It's not even a Ryan. It's not even a Ryan Leaf, Peyton Manning thing. They're both
No.
Ryan Leaf.
They're both trash, man. They're both awful. That's so great. I'm so happy that happened. It's not. Who was the other recent one? Luck and RG3, right? So it was similar.
So
and obviously Luck
no,
is
that's not even that.
But
it's not
I'd say
even
that
Luck RG3.
I would have taken RG3 over Mariota or Jameis at this point. Now, keep in mind they're still both young. Who's to say where their careers will take them? But at this point, I would have taken, if you gave me like rookie RG3 or like rookie Marcus, I'd take RG3.
If you give rookie RG3 a better line, he doesn't become now RG3. So yeah, I'd say rookie RG3.
Fair point. Panthers are going to Motor City to take on your Detroit Lions. I'm talking to the guys who live in Detroit that watched this when I said that. I think that I'm going to go with the Lions on this one because in a cat fight. Yeah, well, no, listen, let me explain why. Why. The lion is the king of the jungle. The panther is one of his subordinates, right? So in a straight head-to-head match, you have to go with the king of the jungle. Now, honestly, my actual reason for this is because I have so much trouble picking Cam. Like I don't like him. I don't like the Panthers. I haven't liked the Panthers since Jake Delhomme was their quarterback. I just don't care for the Carolina Panthers. So I'll go with Detroit on principle, but I'll go with Carolina on what I actually think is going to happen. But Detroit.
I mean, Detroit on principle again, but like Carolina, just you can't. I mean, Detroit doesn't have any tools to stop Carolina. I think they win this week.
know. The Denver Broncos are going to They're going to California to play the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one. What do you think?
Wait, why? Why?
Because I want to. Why not?
Okay. The Chargers are just. They're the most underlooked team in like the AFC right now. I mean, they're doing great, but like nobody's paying attention to them because they're in the same division.
Maybe that's why I'm surprised to hear you say that. Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I'm one of the guys that wasn't paying attention to them. I mean, their record is certainly pretty darn good at 7-2, I guess. So maybe I'm changing my pick.
I mean, fucking hell, man. This is like one of those years where it's like a dominant ass team is going to make the wild card. Like the Chiefs are definitely going like 15-1 or 14-2, and the Chargers might go 12-4 and get
that's a really good point. That's a really good. We're going to have a 12-4 wild card, aren't we? Holy shit!
It's going to be crazy, man.
All right, you've sold me. I have changed my pick. I am going with the San Diego Chargers of Los Angeles.
I mean, so I'm sorry to elongate this, but I think like the AFC West right now is proof that we have four teams from each, one from each division, and then 2 wild cards. That's stupid. Just make it 6 teams that are the best in each conference. Like have the divisions for teams can't be independent, but like make it so it's a 6-team system.
Yeah, it's like they do in isn't that how they do it in like the NBA? They just pick the best 8 teams from both conferences and then they go to the playoffs. There's no division. There are divisions, but like they don't mean shit, right? Isn't that the NBA?
Yeah.
Okay. The next game we got the Philadelphia Eagles. They're leaving the city of brotherly love to head to the city of topless women at Mardi Gras to take on the New Orleans Saints. If the Eagles can get past the distraction of all the topless Mardi Gras women that they're going to hear about that are going to happen when Mardi Gras happens, which isn't anytime soon, then I think that I don't know. What do you think? How are you feeling about this one?
I mean, Alvin Kamara and Drew Brees are just a match made in heaven. I don't think you can really stop the Saints right now, especially with how they've been playing. If they can beat the Rams, they can sure as hell.
What's their record right now in New Orleans? Are they 7-2 or something like that?
They've only dropped 1 to the Buccaneers.
To the Buccaneers, holy shit! The fucking queers, dude. Okay, so I'll definitely have to go with the Saints on this one too. Just in terms of their record, right? So there you go.
Yeah. Remember that week when like people thought Fitzpatrick was going to be good because he put 48 on the Saints? That was a time. I think the Saints have the easiest win of the season against the Eagles here.
Okay. The next game, we got the Minnesota Vikings going to Chi-Town, the Windy City, to take on your Chicago Bears. Tell me what you think.
Lions fans are going to be pissed that you called them your Chicago Bears since they're rivals. But
the Bears fans that are watching, dude, a lot of different people watch this show.
All 6 of them, yeah. I think the Bears are going to pull one out here. I think it's going to be a very tight matchup. Is this the Sunday night game or is this not the Sunday night game?
It's not Sunday night. No,
How is this not the Sunday night game?
No, I'm sorry. This is Sunday night. I was looking at Monday night.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a Sunday night game.
Yeah, I think the Bears pull one out here against the Vikings because I mean Khalil Mack is an absolute beast and like
oh god,
the fact that the Raiders gave him up is just an absolute travesty.
Yeah, well, that's good for us this week. I'll go with the Vikings on this one only because I got a soft spot in my heart for them, and honestly, it's a good matchup. You know what I mean? Neither one of these teams, they're both okay. Neither one is terrible. Neither one is great. They're both okay teams. So I'm going to go with Minnesota on this one just because it's sort of, in my mind, it's a little bit of a toss-up, and I have a soft spot in my heart for Minnesota, so that's what I'm going with. The next one, go ahead.
I mean, it'll also probably determine the tiebreaker if, like, neither of them do well enough in the division. So
yeah, but Minnesota's got a freaking 1 at the end of their record. They got a tie right now, so that sort of throws a wrench in the spokes of all this shit. So the Monday night game, we got your Kansas City Chiefs taking on your Los Angeles Rams of St. Louis. This game,
you call them my Rams. Fuck you.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the Rams fans, dude. A lot of people watch this show. All right, I'm pandering to the audience here. This is what a matchup for a Monday night game. The Rams, it's to take on the Rams. This is going to be the game to watch. This is going to be. I hope for a freaking fun game here. That's all I'm hoping for, and I hope the Rams get bloodied up real good.
I feel like this is a game that reaches like 42-35 or some crazy ass shit. This is going to be a shootout if all the right things happen. Yeah, and I'm actually sad the NFL handled this so poorly, and it's not being played in Mexico City because it's like, how fucking cool would that be for like some Mexican kid to have this as his first game? That'd be crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you, like they out here talking about they want to put a team in London, and I think they should put one in Mexico City first because the most highest attendance NFL game in history was Cardinals Niners in Mexico City with like 135,000 people or something stupid like that, right? So obviously there's a thirst for American football in Mexico City that I think is out of London.
The Mexico City Matadors. There you go.
Hey, look at you name dropping it. They'll go right in nicely with the Washington racial slurs. And finally, the final game we're going to call is going to be
we didn't call. Hold the fucking phone. We didn't call the last game.
We just did. The Monday night game. Oh,
yeah. Who you got?
Tough one. I can't pick the Rams to win because I hate them, but the Chiefs did just beat us, so I can't pick them either. I'm pretty sure it's going to end with a tie.
I think Patrick Mahomes is like, sorry, I'm joking. Patrick Mahomes is gonna fucking beat the Rams with his huge ass titties. I think he's gonna fucking slaughter them. He's gonna throw it to Tyreek Hill. He's gonna throw it to whoever the fuck his running back is. He's just gonna beat their asses. I say it's 45-38 Chiefs. That's my take.
I think it's 27-27 tie. Okay. And the final game is your Oakland Raiders traveling to take on your Arizona Cardinals. Y'all ready for this? Where you at with my beat on that one, editor? All right. So on this one, there's a little bit I want to unpack here. Now, if I'm being honest, I think that the Cardinals actually have a shot at winning this one because the Raiders are not exactly having a banner season. But, I mean, the Cardinals are probably worse than the Raiders right now, but I think that we at least got a shot. So I can't pick against my Cardinals. So I'm going to pick the Cardinals to win it, and I think it's going to be a relatively low-scoring affair, 13-6, 13-7, something stupid like that.
6-3 Raiders. That's my take.
Are you serious?
6-3 Raiders, yeah. That's my take. I think it's.
Man. Okay.
I mean, it's either that or like Marshawn Lynch absolutely goes off against us and they beat us on an absolute tear. Like we've had a lot of.
You know where we rank in the league on offense? Cardinals.
Where?
Dead last. You know where we rank in the league on rushing? Dead last. You know where we rank in passing?
Dead last.
Second to last.
Bills. Yeah. Sorry, I was going to make a point that Marshawn's going to tear us up. No, Doug Martin of all people is going to tear us up this week. I mean, if we can lose to Mike Davis and all of these scrub-ass running backs who aren't even the first stringers, we can definitely lose to Doug Martin. I'm calling it here. We're going to get fucking slaughtered by Doug Martin. He is now on my fantasy team. Doug Martin. I swear to God, I don't think we have a good shot against this team. Derek Carr might suck, but we suck too. I don't feel confident going into this.
I actually like Derek Carr, but I truly hope that we find a way to put something together and have a respectable game, at least a respectable game, even if not a win. I hope it's not an embarrassment because we're playing a lousy team here. This is sort of like playing the Niners again, right? It's a shot to actually put some numbers and maybe not look like trash out there, but we'll see what happens. But I stand by my pick. 13-6, maybe 13-7, something like that. Cardinals win. But anyways, that's all I got for you. How about them Suns?
Not much better. We have the same amount of wins.
The Suns are going to finish with 2 wins.
Oh, my God.
Hey, at least the Coyotes aren't awful.
No, I think they're pretty bad too, aren't they?
No. I don't know. I'm going to look up the record.
Coyotes.
I'm going to look up their record. We're going to get a definitive answer on this right now.
Suns are actually like beating the Spurs right now. That's the crazy part.
The Coyotes are 8-1. I'll take that. That's not like good, but it's not bad at all.
It's a Ken Wisenhunt year, yeah.
That's Did they hire Wisenhunt? Coaching in
yeah, Phoenix sports is an absolute hellhole. The Diamondbacks are going to go into a crater. Some people are saying the Suns are going to San Diego, and Josh Rosen is going to play out the best years of his career in this shitty-ass hellhole.
What a depressing way to end the show, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm mainly hoping for this to be an L because I want that number 1 pick. I'm aching for N'Keal, but if we can get somebody better than N'Keal, I mean, fuck, man. If we can get the number 1 pick. The Bills have more wins than us. The Bills have more wins than us.
Let's keep it that way.
Oh, my God. Fuck, man. The Bills are 3rd in the AFC East? What the fuck?
Well, I mean, that...
Bills. Hold the fucking phone. Who's worse than the Jets? Oh my God, the Bills are actually beating out the Jets in the AFC.
Oh, dude, Todd Bowles is coming home next year. Come home, Todd Bowles.
Take me home, Todd Bowles.
To Arizona, because we need a DC. Todd Bowles was awesome. I got no more.
Take me home. God, hey, take, musical number to end the show. Beautiful. Anyway, this has been the Redbird Redzone podcast. If you liked it, subscribe. If you don't like it, go suck on Patrick Mahomes' titties. We are out.